In this tutorial, we are going to look at how we can put a video in the background and also have some text or buttons or whatever you want, okay, on top of it. So that's the main idea here. Let's go ahead and code our website. So here I have index.html file and style.css file, and in the same folder I have my video stored. So I have done that already. So let's get the markup here. So this is the basic markup, and I'll give it a title, something like maybe video background, something like that, so that it matches with whatever we are trying to do. So that's the idea here. And let's also link our CSS file. So the CSS file name is style.css. First, I'm going to create a div with a class called section. Okay, that's my first thing. And inside that, I'm going to create another div which is going to be having a container class. Basically, this is going to be a container for the video element, okay, which we are going to have. All right. Okay, and let's have the video tag inside it. So there are some properties which I would suggest you guys to actually use in the video tag. So let's type them out one by one. So the first one is the source. See, that's the most important thing, right? So the source. So I've named my video .mp4. So whatever is the name of the video, you have to type it out exactly in that way. All right, that should be good. And try not to have any gaps in the name, so that will help us out. And then we want it to play automatically, so we use the keyword autoplay. So yeah, autoplay, yeah, that should be good. And then we want it to be muted also, right? We don't want any sound. So if you want the sound, then that's no problem, but if you don't want a sound, then this should be a good way. And then we want it to be looped, so we loop it out again and again. So this video I have taken from pexels.com. So next we'll have another div. So this div is going to contain the data. So let's have a class called data there. Okay, so first we will put a h1. Okay, and inside the h1, I'll try to type in "Hey there, code freaks." We'll create another heading, maybe something like h3, that we don't need to style it again. Okay, the sizing and stuff like that. Okay, so I'll just type in here, let's have some fun. Okay, so we're going to have some fun by creating this by creating it doesn't matter. So by making a full screen video landing page. So that's the idea, right? And just to show that you can have other elements also, I'm just putting in two buttons here. Okay, so the first button, so both these buttons are going to have a class, right? So we'll design it a bit, not much, but just for the sake of it, we'll do some designing, and you can design it however you like, but I'm going to do something very basic. So let's have like the video, or like now. So like the video now. Please do like the video because it will help my channel grow and the YouTube algorithm will pick it up. Okay, so please do that, and also don't forget to subscribe. So we are done with the markup on the HTML file. So let's open it up in a browser. So I'll open it in browser. So let's see what it looks like. So you just have the video here, and you can see that in the bottom you have "Hey there, code freaks," and let's have some fun by making a full screen video landing page. Like, subscribe. So two buttons there, right? Okay, let's go ahead and try to make it in this manner. Okay, it has to be in this fashion, right? So let's try to do that. So that's all done with CSS styling. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So in the styles, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to select all the elements. Okay, and I'm going to remove all the borders and basically, okay, and I'm going to remove all the margins and paddings. Okay, so that's the idea. Oh, this margin bottom comes up. So let's make margin 0, and let's give in some padding. So no padding, basically 0 again. And I want to make the box sizing border box. Okay, next we'll select the body type. So we'll try to give in a line height. Okay, so the line height is a bit important. So 1.5, basically that will help us out. And we will also give in a font family. So you can also import font families by using Google Fonts and embedding it, importing it here. But I'm not going to import any font right now. We'll just use sans serif. It's also a good font, right? So that is something which I wanted to tell you. And then we'll select the h1. We want it maybe a little big, so this is fine. So I've just adjusted it so that we can see simultaneously what's happening. So if I click here and if I scroll down, you can see that we have the two buttons and stuff like that. Now let's design the h1. So first I'm going to put in line height. So the line height, I'm going to make it 1.2. It look as one component, so that's the idea here. Okay. and then we are going to give in some margin in the bottom. Okay, so that is another thing that is important. So let's give in a margin bottom of 15 pixels, 10 pixels, it doesn't matter. I'm just giving 15. So, and also we'll give it a font size. So I want to make it a bit bigger. So font size. So let's make it 50 pixels. Okay, that may look good. So it's your choice finally. And I want to make it thinner. Okay, so for making it thinner, I'm going to use font weight, and I'm going to make it 250 or 200. So let me do 250 because I've done it in that one also, so it doesn't matter. So now let us just look at it. So you can see that it's a bit big, and the line height, basically what it does is it reduces the line height here. So you can see that. So I'll just show you that also. So if I save it and if I refresh it here, you can see that there is a lot of gap here, which I didn't want. So that's why I've put this line height property here, right? So yeah, so let's just get it back. So this looks good. So now let's go ahead and let's go to the, now let's see what we have to design. Okay, we'll start off with this class section and we'll go ahead from there. So let me just get the section class here. So in the section class, we are going to make the position relative, because inside these we'll have some positions absolute, so that it will help us out to create the centering and stuff like that, overlay, centering and stuff like that. Okay, those are the things which we're going to do. And we want to make the height of the video 100 VH. So it's going to be whatever is the vertical height of the screen. So it's going to cover that whole thing. Okay, so that's the idea of doing that. So you can see that when I just save it and refresh it. Okay, so you can see that the height is the whole thing. Okay, that's the idea here. So let me use display flex for the sake of it. So it's not required. You can use display grid also, so it doesn't matter, just to align everything. Okay, so I'm going to align the items to center. Okay, that is something important. And I will also make the text alignment also to the center. So that is good, right? Because that's how we have it there in the video background here. Okay, we have it in the center, right? So let's go ahead and make the, let's also do one more thing. Let's give it a background color. Okay, so the background color, we make it black. Okay, so just for the sake of it, I'll tell you what is the use of making this background color black. Okay, so I'll show you that very soon. And then we will also make justify content in the center. So justify content, we'll get it to the center. Okay, and there's one more thing that we need to do. So we'll make the flex direction here itself. Okay, so flex direction as column. Okay. So maybe in case you want to add in some more elements, that will actually help us out. So that is the idea of using this. So column, yeah, that's good. So now the next and maybe we can give in some padding also. So if you want to give in some padding, you can go ahead, especially in the top and bottom part of it. No, not in the top and bottom, left, right. Okay, so 0 and maybe 30 pixels. Okay, or 20 pixels, doesn't matter. Yeah, let me give 20 pixels. So yeah, that should be good. So if you refresh it now, you'll see that the whole thing is centered a bit. Okay, and you have some padding on stuff like that also. It'll be absolute. So that is the idea here. So we'll get an absolute position here. Okay, and basically we want to do that to make the top 0. So top is going to be 0, and left also we're going to make it 0. Left is going to be 0, and we want the width and the height to be 100%. So the next thing is, we don't want the scroll bar to be there for the video, right? So I'm going to make the overflow hidden. So let's select data here, the class. So dot data, and let's give it a z index. Okay. So z index will work. So you can give 3. So I think that should help us out. So you see that you'll get it here, right? So that's it. That's good. So next, what we are going to do is we are going to try to make this video proper. Okay, you can see that only this part of the video, so whenever I'm changing the video here like this, you can see that only that part of the video is being shown. But if I go to the original one, you can see that it's a bit more dark. Okay, and also that when I expand it, only this, it's centered automatically. Okay, so there's this one small difference. Okay, so let's try to make it centered. So for that, we are going to select the video component. Okay, so you can just do video. We'll give a min width of 100% and a max width of on a min height, also of 100%. Okay, so that will help us out. And next we are going to make the object fit to cover the position absolute. Position absolute. Okay, and the next thing that is going to help us out to basically get this the thing which we want is that we have to make the top 50%. Okay, so the top, make it 50%, and this we do it in many times. Okay, you would have seen in other people's tutorials also, which is very helpful. So I have also learned it recently, so this is helpful, very much helpful. So I guess you guys also should know this part. So top left, and then you can use the transform property. So if right now it's going to start from the middle over here, okay, but in you want to basically make it in the same place, right? So you can translate it, you can use the translate, and minus 50% and minus 50%, comma minus 50%. That will help us out a lot. So if I say this, now you should be able to get that animation that we wanted. So you can see that the center only is being shown, right? So even if I go to the next screen, I have 2-3 screens here. So if I go to the next screen, you can see that. Right? So you can see that here, it's being properly aligned. So that's what we wanted. There's one difference here, right? This is more darker, and it's the text is being more highlighted rather than in this one, right? It's too much white there. So you can change that by just adding an opacity here. So let's add in some opacity. So opacity, it's up to you how much percentage you wanted. So in the previous one I had added 40%. Okay, so let's see what happens. So you can see that these two are similar now. Okay, both are similar, except we have to design the button. So we'll do that very shortly. So you can change it based on how much importance you're giving to the video behind. The more the importance you want to give to the image behind, okay, the more the opacity you can give. Okay, so that will help us out. And the color which you want to blend it with, okay, so there's a color which you want to maybe blend it with, so you can change the background color of the section accordingly. So you can give the maybe a white color. So if I give a white color here, you'll see that the opacity is with respect to the white color. Okay, so you can see that it's more whitish here. If you can even give in some blue color. Okay, so let me give in a blue color here. So you will see that it's more towards the bluish side. You can give in some red color also. So it's up to you. So based on the based on whatever is your thing, here, basically what you want to portray, okay, you can give that color. But I feel black is good for this one, so I'll just do that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and design the buttons. It's very simple. So I've done nothing basically for the buttons. I'm just going to make the first, let's select the class, btn class. So yeah, and then we are going to just give it a padding. Okay, padding of 5 pixels, and we will give it a width and a height. So a width of, I've given 100 pixels. Okay, and I've given a height of 30 pixels, I guess. Yeah, I think it's 30 pixels. And the last one is I've given a margin top of 20 pixels. Okay, so let's do that. Yeah, I think we're good to go with this. Okay, so a margin and some width and some padding. So it looks quite good right now. Both are similar. Yeah. So before we end the video, I want to show you one more thing which is really useful. So say I have a paragraph tag after this. Okay, so maybe I'll just put in some lorem ipsum there. If I save this and if I refresh it here, right, so you can see that the lorem ipsum is coming over here, right? Oh, it is not come. Let me just select the p tag and make the color black. In the body we had made the whole thing white. Okay, refresh it, you will see that you have some text underneath it. Okay, so you can add in more styling sections to basically whatever you want to do, you can do that here. Okay, that is what I wanted to, that is one more thing that I wanted to show. So this can be part of your, this whole project basically can be part of your whole thing. Okay, so that is the idea. So let me just get back to this whole thing. Let me just delete it. Okay, and yeah, let's get it back to this. Okay, that's good. So don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. If you've watched the video till here, yeah, please do like and subscribe. It'll help me in the YouTube algorithm, and more people will be able to access